So y'all know the last account, the $100 account that I had started initially when I started trading like max leverage. So I grew that account to like $400 and I had $400 in that account. And then like, you know, that was the first like time that I had ever seen like true money and like true success from trading. So I was like, yo, I'm gonna just risk it all, right? I was like, screw it, I'm just gonna risk the whole 400. And you guys can guess what happened. I blew the 400, but I was able to afford to lose that 400. So it was more of the experience, more of like the learning that I really like. Okay, this is like real, bro. Like this is like you know what I mean? Like this is what we've been working for. I woke up around like 7 or 8, got on the charge, started doing some work, working on like TikToks, stuff like that, building the brand. So right now I think I'm about to go cook some eggs, get ready for the day. Oh, I gotta feed turkey. There you go, boy. You guys want to know something funny, bro? So like, when I was growing up, like you guys know, I didn't have like a father figure. I didn't have my mom was around, but we didn't really have money to like have food and stuff like that. So all I had was like eggs. So I used to just like cook myself eggs, right? So since I was a kid, I got into like cooking, and I kind of like understood that sometimes you weren't gonna have, the best case scenario where you're gonna have food all the time. So ever since I was young, I always kind of enjoyed, that independency, like cooking for yourself, washing your own clothes, and things like that, right? And it's funny because growing up as a kid, all the older men would tell me the complete opposite. They would say, "Oh, cooking is for women, and only the women should cook, and you should just work, and get home." And like, I understand that. The problem with that, bro, is that you then become dependent. You then become dependent on outside forces. For example, you become dependent on a female. So that was kind of like my belief system as a kid, right? Was like, no, like why would you be dependent on a woman? So then I started working on the road, and I started traveling for work, and I started like being away from home. That was the first time that I was like away from my family, alone, 17 hours away from home by myself, nobody. Like, I was out there alone. And one of my buddies uses DoorDash, and when I heard the amount of money he spent in 1 month on just DoorDash, I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna go that route. So I would buy groceries and I would cook for myself. And I worked on the road for almost 2 years. So for 2 years, I was away from home, I was away from my family, I was having to cook for myself, I was having to wash my own clothes, also work on the business and everything, and also go push myself to the gym by myself. And like, the only person I had was God. But what I'm saying is that you shouldn't let those people try and like tell you a certain way about the world, when really that like way might like take you off track. You know what I mean? Because if God wouldn't have gave me the opportunity to work on the road and to be independent and to learn how to be independent and be on myself and rely on him, if God would have never done that, bro, right now I would probably be reliable on a female. I'd probably be more prone to get into a relationship which is going to lead into less focus on the stuff that I really want to do, which means more distraction, So it's just crazy how the world works, man. And I was just saying it's funny because I was just like cooking for myself right now. And I was like, man, that's so funny, like if I would have not learned that skill set early on, right now, I probably wouldn't have cooked for myself. I probably would have spent money eating out that's unnecessary, or not ate, or probably would have already found a girl to cook for me. and then that girl comes with a whole nother list of problems. So, and right now I don't want that in my life, bro. To be honest with you, right now, like here and there I'll feel alone and I'll be like, all right, I think I want to get into a relationship because I think I like my priorities are good. I know what I want out of life. I know what I don't want in life. I know what I want out of a female. I know what I don't want out of her. Now I'm just in that situation where I'm like, okay, do I really want to be in a relationship? You know, like, do you really want to be in a? And here and there I do, and then I don't. But I don't know. I think once we hit 10K a month, then I can start like actually going on dates and stuff like that. So if you guys see me get into a relationship, bro, like get on my ass, bro, because like I'm gonna need that accountability, bro. So, and the thing about it too, bro, is like that's just because I said that doesn't mean that your life is gonna be like that forever. It's just gonna be this loner who like is independent and like no, bro, that's not at all what I'm saying. I'm saying that there has to be seasons in life where you're focused on the things that you need to focus on to take care of the things that you need to take care of for the people that you love. And then once you have everything settled, then you can start actually excuse me, enjoying life and actually doing all the stuff that our generation started doing from like 15. Like I started going to parties and doing all that stuff when I was like 15, 16. When really I should have been focusing on my priorities, setting up my life so that right now I could have probably been enjoying life. But I'm still grateful. I'm still so grateful. I'm still so thankful for where I'm at, how far I've came. I'm so proud of myself. And I think sometimes you gotta like stop and actually like tell yourself like, bro, I'm proud of you. Like you've actually came a long way. You've been through so much. You keep pushing, keep getting up. I'm proud of you, man. You know? Like I feel like sometimes you gotta have those moments with yourself. So I guess where I was going with that, man, is like be a good man, you know, be responsible, take care of the things that you need to take care of, you know, look after yourself, love yourself, and really, really ground yourself with your morals, your beliefs, and your values. And really, really don't let nobody like try and change that, bro. Because once you give that up, you're basically giving up your dreams, you know? So, like, what are your morals? What are your values? What do you stand for? What do what are your beliefs? And if somebody tells you, like, oh, no, that's unrealistic, that's not gonna work, you should probably do this, bro, bro, as soon as you hear that, like, just turn it off. That's what I would tell you, bro, because, you know, I've seen a lot of people take that path because someone else told them and that person had so much more potential than they even knew. And if they knew, they would have probably been extremely, extremely successful.